Guys, what's going on? I hope you guys are well. I hope you guys are staying safe. I hope everything's good wherever you are. Guys, smash the like button on this video. I really need your help. Keep smashing the like button. Guys, I put up a video of Danny Garcia, Jose Benavidez, Tank, and Ryan Garcia. This was a requested video from somebody, or requested different topics from different people. Guys, when you do request a video, try commenting on it so I know that you've acknowledged it and I know you're watching. Like, so far that video was put up 2 hours ago and it's got like 18 likes. There's a reason why I talk about certain topics more, because when I do talk about certain topics, I don't get the kind of reaction or get the views, the likes that I'm looking for. So this is why I don't always talk about certain topics. It's because of the reaction and what I see from the demand from my guys, you guys watching. And that's why I see some of you say, oh well, you put up a video, or you talk about Canelo, or you talk about this, that, and the other. But when I do talk about other stuff, I don't seem to get the reaction. So, and that's the thing. If you're watching all my videos, or I've had this for years now. Oh, you talk about that fighter more. You talk about that fighter more. I talk about the fighters that get more views on my channel, basically. So Jamal Charlo, Demetrius Andre, when there's news about them, literally these guys are so inactive. There's hardly, like, what can I talk about Jamal Charlo right now? Even then, I put up a video the other day. The reason why, because the guy gets a lot of views. Or when I say a lot of views, my views are down now anyway. But I talk about different fighters. So, for example, I put up Gervonta Davis, Jose Benavidez, Danny Garcia. It's hardly got any reaction. Yeah, it's got like one comment. Yeah, and this is what I'm trying to say. This is why I talk about certain fighters, because when I try covering that's why I always try to cover everything in one big video, where I cover Canelo, Danny Garcia, or every fighter in one video. It's not that I'm talking about Canelo. I'll just add him to the video because I know people will come and click. That's why I do it. But when I like I said, you can go and check yourself the previous video that I uploaded. Go and smash the like button on that video, because again, the video doesn't get that kind of attention. Hence why I format the videos the way I do. And that's what I mean. At the end of the day, it's already congested on YouTube. So I'm gonna do whatever I need to do in order to get the views. I might even stop uploading one video now. I don't know whether that might be the reason why my views have become like that. I don't know. It never used to be a problem before, but it is at this particular point. I don't know why. What's going off on YouTube? Maybe they've changed something. I don't know, but it's messed up my channel big time. But that having said that, moving away from that, I want to talk about Ryan Garcia. Canelo has blasted Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia yesterday, I said in a video that he picked Triple G, and Canelo has now come out and bit back and said that, you know what, he's just mad that he's left our camp. He's left our camp, and now he's no longer part of the camp, and he's Marty, and so, you know, he's just being childish. And he basically said that you've accomplished nothing. At your age, I was a world champion. And basically Canelo's got in. I think Canelo's got irritated of the sly comments that Ryan's been making. Ryan has been making a lot of sly digs at Canelo. He's been making, you know, some comments where, like, about his dedication and this, that, and the other. Look, Canelo Alvarez isn't no social media star. And the problem is with someone like Ryan Garcia, he can't take criticism, or he can't take even constructive criticism. This is a guy that is, I've said it about the youth today, that I don't feel like a lot of the youth can take criticism. Especially, we're not talking about someone like myself criticizing Ryan Garcia, you know, giving him, because at the end of the day, I'm not a boxer. I'm just a guy with a YouTube channel. So what do I know, right? We're talking about a guy with Canelo Alvarez, who's a 4-division world champion, who's one of the biggest stars in the sport, one of the best fighters in the world, giving you advice, and you're getting upset about it just because he thinks that you should be more dedicated. Canelo Alvarez is a guy that is dedicated his whole life. And look at the fact that he lost to Bivol, and look how the fire that's burning inside of him. He's so upset. You can tell it. You can tell when you hear him that he's so angry that he lost that fight. It hurt him deeply. And Canelo Alvarez was just genuinely giving Ryan some advice. And Ryan's taking it so bad that he's literally become butthurt and ripping into like he's literally making sly comments about Alvarez, like saying, I think Triple G will beat him. And just like you can clearly see what Ryan is trying to do, but it's just backfiring because a lot of people, like Canelo Alvarez at this point, a lot of people want to see Triple G beat Canelo. But when it comes to Ryan, I think I think the boxing fans are definitely going to take Canelo's side over Ryan, because the boxing fans are not impressed by Ryan Garcia. He talks about, people trolling him. Well, he's kind of trolling Canelo right now, he's definitely trolling Canelo because he doesn't believe Triple G is going to beat Canelo. He's just saying that to get under Canelo's skin, probably trying to play mind. But Canelo's too experienced for that. And like I said, he's just a kid. He goes, he's just a kid that's achieved nothing, and he hasn't. And I said this before. I told you when Khan said something about Ryan Garcia, I think he said, I can't remember what he said. He said something about Ryan Garcia, and Ryan Garcia went off on one. He was like, oh, well, you got knocked out by Brady Prescott, you're this. And then he was almost talking like, Khan had talent like me, he was fast like me, making out like he's achieved so much more than Khan. Khan was a unified champion, bro. You've never even been a world champion. But yet you're talking as if like you've made it. Yeah, I don't understand the kid. Like, I was like, this guy's delusional. This guy is delusional. And now it's even worse because now he's talking about Canelo just because Canelo gave him some constructive criticism about going to the gym more. And basically, Khan said the same thing. Khan said, I think Ryan should focus on his career, not about... I can't remember exactly what he said, but he said something on those lines. And Ryan Garcia started ripping him. Oh, you quit against Crawford. When someone experienced that's been in the game, that's been at the top, Khan's been, irrespective of what you think of him, he's been in the ring with Canelo. He's been on the biggest stage, Olympic silver medalist as an amateur. Olympic final he was in as an amateur at 17. And then he's been on the biggest stages, been in the ring, beaten some good fighters, lost to some good fighters, but he's been on the top stage. He's in a position where he can give someone like Ryan Garcia advice, so then you don't make the same mistakes that he did. For you to start ripping into him and ripping into his career or whatever, showed the fact that he's achieved more than you as well as an amateur and as a pro, right? To me, that showed at that point that this is a guy that can't really take a lot of criticism. And I think Canelo just had enough. I think Canelo just got to the point where he just had enough and he said, no, I ain't taking it anymore. I'm just going to rip into him and let him know. The problem is with this is Canelo, the reason why Canelo was quiet and Canelo didn't want to say anything is because Canelo didn't want to start arguing back and forth with a kid. He thought, I'm bigger than that. I don't need to go back and forth. But Ryan Garcia of late has made so many sly comments that Canelo probably just lost his head and he's so angry that he lost to Bivol. And then you've got this guy, that's literally not achieved anything in the sport compared to you, literally running his mouth and making sly comments about you. It's not going to sit too well. Canelo's not going through a good period right now. He's taken a loss. He's upset. For him, like, boxing is Canelo's everything. And he's taken a loss, so he's already a bit frustrated, a bit angry, right? And the last thing you want, is someone making a sly comment. It's a bit like myself, It's like if my YouTube channel's not doing well, and then one of my subscribers leaves a sly comment, about anything. I'm already frustrated as it is, and then I don't want someone else rubbing salt in my wounds, you know what I mean? So that's the same with Canelo Alvarez, where he's already kind of peed off that he's taken a loss and he's frustrated because, boxing is his everything, and then you've got some kid there that was part of his camp that he knows well, making sly comments. I just don't think it's going to sit too well with Canelo. So, I think Canelo just thought, forget it, I'm going to blast this guy and let him know what he really is, that you've achieved nothing. When I was your age, I was a champion. Yeah. So, you know, achieve something first and then start piping up. I think that's what basically Canelo's saying. And to be honest, I can't blame him. You know, he's right. You know, Ryan is talking a big game right now. But, you know, he hasn't backed anything up. And he's right. You've achieved nothing at this point. You need to, you know, back your mouth up with achievements, because he's not, as a pro as of today. And I think Canelo also said Tank will beat him, which I think a lot of people think anyway. But I don't know whether he said that out of anger or whatever. But he probably does think Tank beats him. The other day, Canelo said Tank is my favorite fighter. I don't know again whether he said that in order to sly. You don't know whether that was a sly comment. I think he might just like Javante full stop. I don't think it was maybe aimed at Ryan, but I think when he was asked about Canelo and Triple G, I think definitely I think Ryan was trying to get under Canelo's skin, and Canelo's bit back and basically let him know a piece of his mind that, listen, you've achieved nothing. You know what I mean? You're just a kid that's you know, talking, running your mouth, but you've not achieved anything. But look, hopefully they can get back on good terms. I don't think they can. The fact that Ryan Garcia took so much offense to the fact that Canelo said that that he's got to spend more time in the gym, and he took offense to that. I don't really understand that. That he needs to dedicate himself more, and for him to take take that to heart to the point where he's literally ripping, trying to make sly comments about Canelo. I think it's a bit strange, to be honest. You know, imagine in the future if he loses a fight and people start, you know, giving him criticism. You know, he's not going to be able to take it out much at all. So yeah, I don't know. I think I don't think it's a good sign when people that are successful, that have been champions, giving you advice, and just because you don't like what they're saying, you coming back and giving them, like, you're not on their level. You're not on their level because you've not achieved what they've achieved. Like, for me, Ryan Garcia is not on Khan's level. He was never been a champion. So unless you've achieved some similar to that guy, you can't talk to somebody. It's like anything. You can't, like a senior accountant, a junior accountant can't speak to a senior accountant like he's on the same level. Or you can't speak to your director like you're on the same level. You're not. That's why he's your director and you're beneath him. Or your job role is beneath him. You know, you can't. Yeah. I just don't. I don't understand why Ryan took so much offense to him saying that Ryan needs to be more dedicated. I don't know. I don't know. Leave your thoughts about Canelo blasting Ryan Garcia. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.